Hello folks, well it's come to that time where we're going to do something quite tricky and difficult. Cavatina. It took me ages to learn to play this. I managed to get it in the end. Everyone sort of knows the first couple of bars-ish, but then when it gets into the main part of the track it sort of falls to bits, you know. Now there are lots of tutorials for this which you'll have to online, which some of them are very good, but you've got to pay for them. But I've tried to make my tutorial as simple to understand as possible. And also it's completely free, so you haven't got to pay anything. All right. So if you go to look at my community button on the site, you'll see a link. Click on that. There's a PDF with both tablature, which I've handwritten to make it simple and easy to look at and understand, and also more importantly, I think, is the actual finger positions that you need to be in. Because when you look at tablature, they don't tell you where your fingers need to be. You know, it's alright if you're doing like a little lead guitar solo, it's pretty straightforward with that. But when you're playing classical guitar, where the melody is incorporated within a chord, which, you know, that's what classical guitar is all about really. Your melody is moving up and down the neck, but you have to play all the different inversions of the chords because you are also the orchestra with classical guitar, right? So that's the bit that tab doesn't tell you. It doesn't give you the fingering. For example, on position 1 on Cavatina, you know, you look at the tab, if I show you, it shows you, look at bar 1 there, you know. Now, how do you know by looking at that, unless you've got, you know, you're a seasoned player, that it means that? You don't, and why would you? But if you look at my little sketch, you can see straight away that, oh, I see what he means. Where is it? We do that, okay? So that's the way we're going to play this. Nice and simple. Well, it's not simple, it's bloody hard, but you know what I mean. It's going to be simple to understand. Whether you can do it or not is up to you. But I promise you, with a bit of practice and you take your time, you will do it, I promise you. Alright, so we're going to start off by playing these 4 bars. As I say, you can download these straight away, all free, right the way through. It's not going to, no charges on the second part or third part like the others. It's completely free. So download the whole thing. These are the bars that we're going to play, and if you want to know what the names of the chords are, they're along the top. It's a waltz, so it's going to be counted 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. So let's get straight in. I'm not going to refer to this that often now. I'm going to expect you to have downloaded it, and we'll crack on. Right. I need a drink. Oh. Okay, so let's begin with shape 1. It's in E, this. Okay, and I'm going to give you minimal information on here because you'll have it in front of you. Okay, first shape, across 4 strings. Some people do it across 3, I like to do it across 4. At the 4th fret. Second finger, 2nd string, 5th fret, 3rd finger, 4th string, 6th fret, and your little finger, the melody note, on the 1st string at the 7th, alright? Now, generally speaking, these 3 fingers will look after these 3 strings. There will be exceptions to the rule, but on the whole, that's what you're going to do. And your thumb will play 6, 5 and 4. All right? Usually. Let's begin. Remember the count 1 and 2 and 3 and. All right? So here we go. 6 and 1. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Now, of course, I was referring to the string numbers there. So I'll do it again. 6 and 1. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. And the count would be 1 and 2 and 3 and bar 1 completed. All right? On to bar 2. Move your bar now across 5 strings. Put your third at the 6th fret. Put your 2nd finger on the 1st string at the 7th. Put your 3rd finger on the 3rd string at the 8th, and your little finger on the 2nd string at the 9th. Okay? 5 and 1 this time. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and again the count 1 and 2 and 3 and. So if we put those 2 bits together. Okay, then we've got this next bar. Now you'll notice that on beat 1 it's been cut in half with a hammer with this little finger. I'll play it first and then I'll tell you what we're going to do. So 6 and 2 with that hammer on to the 2nd string of the 12th fret. First of all, let me just go over the chord. Bar all the way across, 2nd finger on the 2nd string at the 10th fret, and your third finger on the fourth string at the 11th, okay? And your little finger's going to be hammering onto the second string at the 12th. So 6 and 2 with the hammer, and then 4 and 1, 3, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and. That's the way I sort of count it. When there's a beat broken in half, I'll go 1. It sounds stupid, but it works. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and then stay there for the final or the fourth bar. Same shape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Put those two bars together. We've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. All right, and that's our first 4 bars then here on this first sheet complete. All right. So far so good. So we've done the first 4 bars. On to the next 4 bars, which you'll find here. Now this first shape, bar 5, is a tricky little bugger. Okay, so I have a way to play it. We're going to end up with this shape. It's like, imagine a D. Well, that's exactly what it is shape-wise, but it's moved up the neck, and we've got a bar here, which is of course replacing the nut. And this is the line we've got to play. Okay. Alright, that's what we've got to do. Now the best way to do that is to put the bar all the way across at the 7th fret to start with. Always build the shapes as you need them. You don't always have to go in with all fingers blazing at once, because we're not strumming a chord. We're playing these things note by note, so we can sort of add fingers as we need them. It's very important. Okay, so we've got a bar all the way across at the 7th, little finger on the 2nd string of the 10th. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to play the 6 and the 2. And this is another one and. Okay, 6 and 2. And then play a first string at your bar position. And when you do that, get rid of this little finger, because we're going to add these 2 fingers now as we play the 4 and 1. Okay, now this finger's going to come into play next, but get it on at that point. So 6 and 2, then the 1, then the 4 and 1, then add your little finger to make the full shape and go 3, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I'll play that 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, then we spin to a B7th, full bar, still where it is, 2nd finger on the 3rd string at the 8th, and your 3rd finger on the 5th string at the 9th. And we're going to play 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5 and 1, and then your little finger will drop back onto the 2nd string at the 8th, and I'll play that 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Got another one of those. Okay, let me put those 2 bars together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Alright. Right, now we're on to our next chord, which is an E major 7th, which is a nice easy one. Your wrist will get a rest now. Bring your first finger down to the 1st string at the 7th fret and make the rest of your E major 7th shape, which is your 2nd finger on the 3rd string at the 8th, 3rd finger on the 4th string at the 9th, and your little finger on the 2nd string at the 9th. Alright, so it's quite an easy little shape. And 6 and 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so it's quite nice, easy one that. Then I'm going to play an E7th, but played in a different way than you will already know. Okay, the way we play this shape, we can be moving to this shape while we're playing the bass note. So always make an opportunity to use those open strings while you're moving. So 6, little finger on the 4th string at the 6th fret, 2nd finger on the 3rd string at the 4th, and 1st finger on the 2nd string at the 3rd. It's a bit of a stretchy one, but it's not that difficult. 6, 4, 3, 2, 3. And as you hit that 3rd string, bring this little finger off, because it's on its way to do something else. 6, 4, 3, 2, 3. Add that finger now as if you're playing a D7 shape, and then put a little finger in front of it, because you're going to do a pull off. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Alright? So we've done this. This is the 4 bars we've just played. Okay, so we've now completed those 4 bars, all right? Good. All right, now we're on a little bit of a home stretch now. You can sort of this isn't too different. So we've just done we've just done the so we're going to pick it up from here, a little mental marker. 3rd finger stays where it is. Okay, and put your 1st finger across 4 strings at the 2nd fret. All right, this is an A major 7th. All right, this is bar 9 now. 5 and 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Keep your bar where it is. Bring your little finger up to the 5th string and add your 3rd finger to the 4th string. Excuse me, at the 4th fret. 5 and 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, and then another one of those half beats at the end of that. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, where you play an open 1st string. And then a G major 7th played quite simply like this. 1st finger there on the 2nd fret and your 2nd finger up on the bass string at the 3rd fret. 6 and 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. And then a C major 7th played with just 2 fingers like that and that. 5 and 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Let me play those 4 bars again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So we've now played bars 9 to 12. All right, so we've done that. Those will be doing okay now. All right. Now we've got these 4 bars starting with a, what is it? A B sus4, B7 sus4. Interesting shape. Okay, now the way to do this, again, you're going to, I'll just refer to the diagram one more time. You're going to end up with these fingers on, but as I say, we can add fingers as and when we need them to make it easier. And this is an example. We're going to start off with finger 1 on the 5th string at the 2nd fret, and your little finger on the 4th string at the 4th fret. Don't worry about, eventually this 2nd finger is going to go here on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. But for now, just get those 2 locked into position and play 5 and 1, 4, and then when it, on the 3rd string, that's when you need to put that on. 5 and 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now we're going to revert to our B7th. Now the B7 shape here, as you can see, there's a lot going on. There's 2 circles around those 2 notes there, those 2 fingers. Can you see that? That means that something's going to be going on within this shape. So let's be careful how we do this. So we start off like this. We've got a bar across 5 strings, and for now we only need this finger on here. This is the B7. This is bar 14 on the 4th string, the 4th fret. I'm going to play this. 5, 4, 3 and 1 together, and then we drop this finger to the 3rd string. All right, so I'll do that. I'll count it through as well. 1 and 2 and. At that point we add our little finger to the 2nd string of the 4th fret, and we bring this finger off. So let me do that again. 5, 4, 3 and 1, drop this finger to play the 3rd string at the 4th, add your little finger and take that one off and play 3 and 2, and then finally add your 3rd finger back to the 4th string, 4th fret. So it looks like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now the next shape, I always leave this finger on because it's still hanging over. So leave that on. Tablature doesn't refer to that, I don't think, to check. But I like to leave that on because it's still ringing. So from the B7, we're going to play our E sus4, and we're going to play 6, 3, 2 and 1, then a 4, and then we're going to move this first finger down 1 fret to the first fret. Let me play that again. We've got our first finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret, and our 3rd finger on the 4th string at the 4th, and we play 6, 3, 2 and 1, then a 4, and then we bring our first finger down to the 1st fret, and then we add our 2nd finger now to make the E chord. Now you'll notice on the diagram here, you can see where all this is going on because it happens within 1 bar. You've got your E sus and then your E happening in 1 bar. So that's what that means. It's pretty straightforward when you know what it is. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, let me do that again. 6, 3, 2 and 1. 1, 4 for the and then 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now stay there for the next bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and, which is 4th fret on the 1st string, 4th fret the 7th, and then the 11th fret. I'll do that again. I'll count it as well. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then that would take us into part 2. All right, which we're not doing today. So let's have a quick recap. Okay. Part 2. Bar 3. Bar 4. Bar 5. Bar 6. 16. Now that's part 2, which we'll do when you've got part 1 right. So remember, have fun with this. It's tricky when you're learning to play guitar. Don't think, oh, I'm going to learn this one and don't do anything and I won't do anything else. You know, treat this as like a long-term project. If it takes you a year, right, to learn how to play cavatina, well, guess what? In a year's time, you'll be able to do something that most people on God's green earth will not be able to do. So think of it that way, okay? Is it going to be difficult? Yes. It looks easy on the right hand. In fact, the right hand is easy. The left hand is difficult because, you know, you need a lot of strength in your wrist to be able to keep these notes ringing out. And again, just to dispel a little myth, if something is slow, it doesn't mean it's easy. It's on the contrary, it's more difficult because you have to control the notes. You know, if you play something that's really fast and you make a mistake, well, it's been and gone. Nobody really notices. Play something slow, then you've got to really control it. It's like singing, you know. Karen Carpenter was a great singer, Barbara Streisand, because they were able to hold a note. You get all these other Mariah Carey and the like, it was all right, but they add that many notes, you know, they lose the melody. It's a bloody mess. All right, well, guitar playing is the same. You know, less takes more skill sometimes, so remember that. So I'm going to put this one up, put part 2 up tomorrow later on. I'm going to do this in a batch, get it done quite quickly. But give it a go, you know, make sure you download the stuff. Remember, there's no charge, it's all free. And if you've got any pals out there, or your parents, or, oh, my dad's always wanted to learn to play cavatina, well, get him to subscribe to the channel, which means there's no money on that either. Older people think subscribe means paying for something. Please let them know that it doesn't. It's just a matter of pressing a button. so they know when something comes up. All right, so enjoy what we've done. If you have any questions whatsoever, or you're stuck on anything, then please message me and I will get back to you and help sort it out. But in the meantime, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.